cyberpunks and retro nerds out there. Welcome back to another edition of Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Today I'm going to be traveling up to Akron, Ohio to check out an independent horror film called The Mephistophiliac. This movie is starring my good buddy Kevin Winstead. I've covered one of his movies on my channel before, and I'm super stoked to be checking out his latest offering on the big screen. You guys are going to be coming with me for the entire ride. I'm about to meet up with some of the Neon Trash crew in Akron. Don't go anywhere. This is definitely going to be a video that you're not going to want to miss.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? Oh my God, Kevin. Kevin, please, have a seat.
Oh. Yeah, that.
Have you ever thought about the consequences that you had on others while you did what you did? I think this was a really healthy session.
Healthy?
Alright guys, we got done watching the independent local horror film The Mephistophiliac, starring Kevin Winstead. And wow, what a tour de force of local ingenuity, dedication, a ton of heart behind the camera, as well as the acting and the overall cinematography. I mean, it was superb, right guys?
Great, yeah.
I was really surprised at the quality of this, honestly. Like, this, I'm sure they were operating on a shoestring budget, if that. But man, they really went all out. The settings they used, that they got great shots. I mean, cinematography was actually really, really good. I loved how they set up everything. It was all very real and believable. Yeah. And it's fun, it being a local production. You're like, oh, I recognize this place. I was like, I know where they filmed this car scene here. It's like you kind of recognize these little spots, which is it's always fun. Yeah. But man, that was a real emotional tour de force there. Like that was.
It gets deep, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. I mean, you expect it to be a little bit more dialogue driven with being independent. But they did not. They didn't stop for the action. There was still ton. I mean, for this being like a horror, like a kind of psychological thriller, there's still a shit ton of action and like some brutal murder scenes that they just did a fantastic job with. I mean, the gore was off the charts.
What about you, Dooglies? What'd you think of it? This is your second time seeing it, right?
Yes. So it's like
double dipper.
Yeah, dipping here, dipping
double
there.
dipping Doogly.
Double dipping doogly. Yeah. Well, this is a good film to double dip on because it's just. I mean, you can appreciate it. Like I think from like the second time I viewed it, like it was great. Like the first time, you're drawn into it. Yeah, John was right. The filming is great. There's a couple times where they obviously use drone shots, so they didn't skimp on that. The music is great, and just the tone.
Music was awesome.
Yeah, music is perfect. And like the tone they set. I mean,
the
tone, the drive. I mean, it really takes you into the world that they're setting up here. And Kevin, he's the centerpiece of the film. And I told Tom beforehand, like, if I could summarize this movie, it is Kevin Winstead unleashed.
It really is. I mean, Kevin
He's to the
full
extreme
sends
in
this
this,
character. The juxtaposition between his character, you know, in the therapist's office and, you know, his murderous side. I just loved that. I genuinely appreciated his performance. I gotta give credit to the director. He obviously, you know, saw, you know, Kevin's talent and utilized it perfectly. Kevin, you can tell, understood Tim's vision, and they both had a hand in writing, you know, directing and producing. I mean, this is like, you know, you ever heard that, you know, saying the one-man band? I mean, that's what's going on here. It's like a one-man band, but there's a lot of people that obviously love the project, and I gotta admit, I was telling Adam right after the movie ended that I've seen a lot of local independent movie making throughout my years. I feel like this is up there because just the sheer, you know, scope of the movie is impressive. How do you scrutinize the movie when so many people loved what they were doing with the film? So I can't really rake it over the coals, you know, and I liked it quite a bit. So out of 10 stars, Time of the Hammer is going to give the Mephistophiliac. I'm feeling at this juncture, I'm feeling a 7.5. What about you, Doogleez?
Oh yeah, this was just so much fun to watch. Not only because it was an entertaining movie, but because it's done by my, you know, guys I know, my friends, and it's so amazing to see them put their vision out on screen and do it so well. I mean, they didn't skimp on here. I mean, there's a lot of like shooting going on. They took their time with that. Joe Bob Briggs is in this movie, so I had to get him to have a cameo.
Shout out to Joe Bob to have a little cameo there. Great job, guys.
Thank you,
Can't
Joe
forget
Bob.
Felicia Rose.
Yes. Dude, they did such a great job of it. So yeah, I'm feeling a solid 8.5. This is entertaining. This is well done. I mean, Kevin and Tim, you guys did it. And Tim, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's a mortician in his day job, so he knows what it means when it comes to the gore. And they bring it.
I feel like that Star kind of grew from the first to the second showing. Like,
I mean, like it's just like maybe from like an 8 to an 8.5, but maybe even more room to grow, like with subsequent viewings. Because I mean,
I agree.
Just the dialogue, the psychological study that they do of the main character and why he does what he does. I mean, it's just you could go many different directions.
I would like another viewing myself because there is a lot said by our main character in those sessions, and I was like, wow. I mean, I felt like, you know, maybe it was getting a little preachy at times. But I think maybe if I had another viewing of it, some of it might settle in a little bit more. Like I was like, all right, this is maybe getting to me a little much here. But yes, I could maybe pick a few more nits. But it's like I know these guys had like, you know, zero budget to work with, so it's like I kind of have to, you know, let a few things slide there. But if I'm gonna give a star count to this, you know, I'm usually like, I mean, how well was I entertained? I was pretty entertained, and I'm kind of sitting there with Tommy. I'm about a 7.5 with this, and I think that might have some room to go.
At any rate, guys, I hope it's been informative. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash. Good night, folks.
Here, keep filming.